why I bought this painting today is because I think it says a lot about the mystery involved in Oricha. And I bought this as a visual demonstration, and I guess it's probably because I'm just in love with the painting. I don't know. But in any case, this is the painting is called Unmasking, and this represents to me Oya. And Oya is associated with a society in Africa called the Egungun, which are a society which impersonates the dead through masquerade. So that's the connection to the mask. Now, I don't know how many people have ever had the opportunity to play around with masks. It's a fascinating thing. Maybe we don't, you know, I mean, I'm assuming most of us might have gotten dressed up for Halloween and stuff like that. So I think it's something which is totally foreign. But I was fortunate. I've taken one or two acting classes, and I had the opportunity to play around with the whole idea of masks. And what was so fascinating is that you get a sense of being empowered, because you can see everyone, but they can't really see you. And that gives you a sense of empowerment. But now let's go back to the painting. We're talking about unmasking. So if we're unmasking ourselves, and it now becomes a special event, because now you're revealing yourself. And it just turns out that Oya is now revealing herself, but now we come up with an empty face. And the idea of the empty face is that life can be considered an enigma. And the whole idea, our own lives is an enigma only up until the point that we are able to give it meaning and purpose. And what does it take to give life meaning and purpose? It means unraveling mystery. And that's what Oricha forces us to do in order to understand the divine. It puts us in a situation where we need to unravel the mysteries. Okay, let me just go on. Oya, the name Oya means to tear. And what Oya does, she tears a thin line between the living and the dead. It can also be considered that she tears a thin line between truth and mystery. Now, you'll also see shades of gray, which means that unraveling the mystery is not a black or white issue. That there are a lot of shades of gray. Now, Oya, she tears a thin line between the living and the dead, and we have a barren tree here, but we notice that there's a thriving leaf on the other side. So for every death, there's a rebirth. And that's incorporated within the Yoruba philosophy, that we leave our material life and a life as we know it, only to become reborn in a spiritual life. Now, Oya is the wind, and here's where the bird comes in. And as all forces of nature, the wind is a double-edged sword. And here's where we come into the double-edged sword. Now, I don't want to get too caught up into the picture. I just wanted to share those things with you. Essentially, Oricha does a lot of things that is very difficult for us to understand. And this is part of unraveling the mystery.